Hey guys, back with another video, and my name is Lizard Squad 00, and we are doing a top 10 best summertime lures. The first thing I like to throw when it's really not that warm, but in the morning, somewhere around 7 to 8 o'clock, I like to throw a buzzbait white. In my lake, white is better because it is clear and they can see it better. White. Next thing, when it starts warming up a tiny bit, you just throw a Texas Rig Senko 3/8 ounce hook. And what I like to do is a bluegill football jig head. For my lake, it's better because it's smaller. And this right here will catch some good fish. I've almost caught my PB on it, but this is a very nice summertime lure. It has a crawfish tail. You just go off the bottom, scrape it along the bottom, and they will attack it. And you pull up, and it hooks them. So yesterday, I caught a 2-pounder and 3 other 1.5 pound bass with this silver nice size bass. So I was just running through the top of the grass. It's called a shaky head jig. And you can just run through the grass whenever it's kind of getting real hot. Just run it through the grass. Bass will love it. This right here, you need a bullet sinker for this. It's a tomato worm on a worm hook. And you just put the tomato sinker on there and it swims through the grass real easily. It's ribbon tail. Next bait I like to throw when it gets start warming up a lot is a square bill crankbait, bluegill color. And you could throw any other kind of crankbait, it'll work, but my favorite is bluegill because we got some good bluegill and stuff in this lake. And this will attract more fish during it when it's hot because it goes deep. And they like to go down deep. My next, I don't got a hook because I used my hook. I have a hook, but I don't feel like getting it out. This is a brush hog. I hook it with a weight on it because it's not very, and it stays at top and these tails go at the top. But we want it to go to the bottom and scrape across the bottom. It's a brush hog blue color. And the next one is a Super Fluke blue. It has blue on it. That's my favorite to use. And you just move it around the bottom. When they go, you can see the hook right here. This right here, this hook will pop out right here. Pop out and hook them. So it doesn't mess up your worm and anything like that. It's a good bait to use. And this one right here is a craw. Weighted. It's weighted. And I got a weighted hook on there. So you just go to the bottom, scrape it along the bottom, go over rocks. It can go over rocks easily because it's a Texas rig. I like to use red black. And then whenever it starts cooling down, at the end of the day, top water bite starts to get back going. I like to use a imitation of a almost dead fish. And this is a bluegill color because I got bluegill in my lake. And the bluegill will swarm, and you just throw this near grass, laydowns, cover, anything like that. I'm going to go back over these and tell you like where you should throw them. This right here will get you a lot more fish, and you will see the reaction of the fish. Okay, so let's go back to the buzzbait. You throw this around grass, laydowns, near the banks, and sometimes you can throw it out near the logs in the middle of the lake, laydowns and cover like that. And that you could throw it and it swims like this. So the fish will eat this and they'll go down and you can see where your lure goes. This, you throw grass easily. You just pop it up, it'll go down the grass. This will go like this. It'll move around like move around like a little snake thing. Then it'll go up and go down to the grass. It's a good bait to use. This right here, you don't throw in grass. You can throw this in clear spots, laydowns. Don't throw in cover because you might get hung up. You can throw near cover, you just can't throw over cover like you can the weightless, like these, like here you can. These you could just throw over, you just let it go over the bottom of it. It might be flat spots, rock piles, anything like that, sand piles. You can throw it near like mud and stuff like under the water, like stuff under the water, like mud and stuff. Near grass, you can throw it near grass. You just up, down, up, down. Or 5 reel in. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Okay. Next thing is a shaky head. You like shaky heads thrown near grass, in grass. You can throw inside of grass. You can throw inside of a lot of vegetation. Vegetation will go good too. You can throw it in grass and it just swim through that grass easily. And the vegetation will work too. You just scrape this along the bottom like. Okay? Yeah. This right here. There's a bullet sinker. You just throw this out and run through grass. Easy. They will love this during the summer. I mean, this is one of my key things to use during the summer. Caught many fish on it. This, don't throw in the grass. Rock piles. Don't throw to cover because you'll get hung up. And you could just run it down through the side banks. Banks will work, and rock piles beside banks. It'll run over to the side of the rocks and won't get hung up. It'll go. And mine has a thing in it. This right here, grass. Grass. And this grass, you can just run it through grass. Make sure you text rig it, or it won't work. It just get hung up. Superfood, grass. Laydowns, cover, whatever you want to throw. You can throw this cover too. This, rock piles. Rock piles, like every day. You can throw this in a rock pile, run down through rocks. Good for use for spring too, because the bass don't like crawfish in their beds. This right here, grass. Well, I said that, grass and stuff. I'll show you how these work in the next video, which will be later today because it's really hot right now. Yeah. So, peace out! Like and subscribe.